trazendo mais uma gameplay aqui no canal Dragonettes. Vamos iniciar com Biomutantes aí. Tava dando uma pesquisada no jogo, queria jogar esse jogo, aí consegui obter ele aí, vou trazer pro canal. Vamos ver como é que vai ser a jogabilidade, vamos ver como é que vai ser aí a gameplay. Galera, explode o dedo no like, comente, compartilhe, dá uma ajuda no canal, fechou? Vamos iniciar o game aí.
Define your genetic structure. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando, Psy-Freak, Psy-Freak, Saboteur, Sentinel, Deadeye, Commando, Psy-Freak. Psyfreak. Psyfreak chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
So glad you realize who you really are. Let's keep to the bright and better path moving on.
You can't contradict yourself like that. You made the right choice to begin with. Why would you change your mind?
Because you can't deny what's deep within your heart. Sometimes a thought is just a thought. In the end, it...
But remember, this is just the beginning of the end. Eventually, it'll be my way or...
Right is always right.
Galera, a jogabilidade do jogo aí tá bem fluido. Vamos
Stories
ver
of
o
death
vamos
and the
entrar no
bodies
combate,
left
né?
behind.
Vamos
A
ver como é que vai
reminder that
desenrolar
we're at the mercy
a
of
história.
nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. You dented that one good. The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Not going to happen with your key energy level. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. You've used up all your key energy. Might not need that now, but you will later. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Shocking! Electric! That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, But the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Kim Horbe Bekuku Hifad Muk.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Shintwata Motihuasa.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have.
Boyubut Paigatawa.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Balu Putulua.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of... The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He's... You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out forever. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to... You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with... You'll... You handle that net like you've never done anything else. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, you're... Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with...
Pai katawa?
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow.
Luya, puto luna.
He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain.
Atu awa ya ia.
The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that.
Pai katawa?
Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the Second Coming, and his friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Koyetu koreboy.
Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route.
Kuchai? Hifar befarb.
The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own.
Muk bebuk.
He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
Oloi po bopaweg.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
To wawu.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Galera, acho que eu vou finalizar por aqui a gameplay.
Know that the Tree of Life is
Já saí
dying.
daqui da masmorra,
Its
provavelmente
days
vou
are
abrir o
numbered.
mapa. Tem
Without
uns pontos de
help,
habilidades ali
it
para
can't endure the
adquirir.
environmental change and
Só
assault
a introdução
from the
mesmo aí pra ver
World
se como é que a
Eaters.
galera vai aceitar a gameplay aí. Galera, senta o dedo no like, comenta, compartilhe, dá um feedback aí pra nós ver o que vocês acharam da gameplay. Qualidade muito top do jogo. Peguei um personagem aí focado em poder, ki, habilidade e telecinese. Ficou bem feinho, coitadinho, né? Mas ficou azul. Fechou? Volta na próxima gameplay, galera. Deixa o like.